And just like that, the F1 has left Monaco again for another year. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Monaco. We are in what was the pit lane for the 2024 Monaco Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc, a Monegasque person from Monaco. He's the first Monegasque driver to ever win at Monaco, so big deal for Monaco. I've seen pictures of him everywhere now and posters of his name hanging out of windows and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to head down to the marina. We're going to look at some of the yachts that have come back in, some of the yachts that have left, and we're just going to have a look at how it changes, how Monaco changes after the Grand Prix has left, after the circus has left town. Anyway, why are we back in Monaco? Interestingly, in Ted's notebook on Sky F1, he was asking people, what's the magic of Monaco?
Enjoying the magic of Monaco. And I ask myself, what is the magic of Monaco?
And I've kind of asked myself that question many times, and I was thinking while I was watching it, what is the magic? I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I can give you some reasons why I love it. It's so clean, it's so tidy, it's so organized, you know. It is so sunny here. I often joke that they should make a show called It's Always Sunny in Monaco. And there's super yachts here, obviously I love that. There's supercars here. But one of the things that's amazing about Monaco is that whenever you come for an event, it's like a chameleon. It completely changes itself to fit into that thing. So the Monaco Yacht Show or the Monaco Grand Prix. There's other events here throughout the year, and the principality molds itself, converts itself into that event, and that's what's amazing about Monaco. And now they're deconstructing what it took them almost 2 months to build. It's a 6-week process, I believe, to erect everything for the Grand Prix, and then it's just that one weekend, and then they take it all down again. Now, interestingly, this year they had the Classic Grand Prix, which was 2 weeks before the main Grand Prix. So it was effectively 2 weekends. This was all erected for, and then it's all gets taken down again right afterwards until next year. Amazing. All right, so we're back at Anthony Nogue's corner. I talked about it in the previous video. We had a load of generators here, which was powering all of the equipment in the pit lane. You can see it's now an open road again. This is part of the road in Monaco. You can see Anthony Nogue's corner here with the statue of Juan Manuel Fangio, the old Formula One driver from the 50s. And you can see in the background the Armco that was covering that zebra crossing has been removed again, so you can now cross the road again. It just mental the way everything gets changed for the Grand Prix. It's amazing, you know. You can see that everything is kind of returning to normal, to Monaco normal after the Grand Prix. A little bit quieter down this part of the marina. So one of the things that happens, I've explained it before, one of the things that happens during the Grand Prix is the yachts that normally live here, like you've got Zeus over here and you've got Wedge 2 over there, which I've mentioned previously, they have to leave, right? So unless they want to pay that massive fee that I mentioned in the previous video, which is like 100,000 euros, they have to leave and make space for the Grand Prix. You can see the stands behind me here. You probably remember Motor Yacht Loon was moored over here. They had that party there. There was a boat down there called Seven Sins that had a Bugatti Chiron on it. This is the same location where I am now. And so all of the boats that normally live here leave, and then those boats come in for the Grand Prix, and then they leave, and then all of the boats that live here, they come back in, the ones that have paid their normal mooring fees. One of the boats has just returned, Motor Yacht Zeus, this strange looking thing. It looks like it was designed to look futuristic, you know, 50 years ago. It was built in 1991 actually. It's a 74 meter, which is 244 feet, built by Blohm + Voss in Germany, and it has a top speed of 35 knots, which is rapid for a super yacht. And what is the source of this mental power of this yacht? It has a gas turbine engine which produces 18,500 horsepower. So it propels this vessel up to 32, 34 knots. Now, most yachts are built for comfort and not for speed, but whoever built this yacht wanted both. So we have super fast, one of the fastest yachts, super yachts out there. So this yacht behind me here, this is the one that had the Bugatti Chiron on the stern, or on the plinth on the stern of the vessel for the Grand Prix. I'll put some video footage in so you can see it. Obviously it's been removed now. I believe they took it down to Cala Del Forte in Ventimiglia, which is it's a marina that's owned by Monaco Marinas, but it's in Italy, to do it. And I believe that the person who did it is the same person who brought the F40 last year. So I mentioned it in the video, in the Monaco Grand Prix video, that there was a F40 last year, and this year there was a Chiron. But apparently it's the same person who organised both of those things. Now, if you've been watching social media this weekend, you might have seen an accident at the Formula 1 Grand Prix, but with a boat that crashed into the side of a yacht with people partying on it. It was during the qualifying on the Saturday. This is the very spot here where it happened. You can actually see some damage to the wood here where the boat came out of the water. Now, there's not that much known about the incident so far, but basically what we've heard is that the boat was left unattended with its engines running. Normally you would wear like a thing on your wrist, and as soon as you leave the boat you pull the key and then the engine stops, but it didn't. They weren't wearing it, and then mounted onto the jetty here. Luckily there was nobody in the boat and nobody was hit by that boat, but you can see in the video there's two people who were almost hit. They jump out of the way at the last minute. It's incredible luck that nobody was hit. In the video you can see the corner of this yacht just on the left hand side of the video. Now, in one of the videos I talked about the chicane part of the Grand Prix, and I said that normally there's a restaurant right in that very location, and you can see that they've started to reconstruct the restaurant. This is it here. You can see the building is just literally lifted up and taken away for the Grand Prix weekend, but it's all coming back, all the benches, the fake grass, and the building in the background where everything is done. Absolutely crazy. This, you can see they're doing it right now as I'm talking. This just bringing everything back in. So yeah, absolutely amazing the way Monaco is like this chameleon that just, you know, changes everything for the Grand Prix weekend. Noticeably absent from the Grand Prix this year was this yacht, Motor Yacht Hampshire 2. Last year it was docked there leading up to the Grand Prix, and I talked about it in the first video. This boat is owned, this is a 78 metre boat, which is about 260 feet, built by Fedship, and it's owned by a chap called Sir Jim Radcliffe. Now, amongst other things, his company Ineos is one of the sponsors of Mercedes, and he is responsible for a SUV called the Ineos Grenadier, which he says is the replacement for the Land Rover Defender, the one that Land Rover have changed into that sort of modern London, driving around London with 22-inch wheels on it kind of thing. But the Workman's Defender, which was the original car, has been discontinued, right? And he's brought out this vehicle called the Ineos Grenadier, which is effectively what he believes the Defender would look like if they continue with that lineage. Also, interestingly, he owns the very first production Land Rover Defender, so he is a big fan with money, so he's able to produce his own. But the very first one, they found it on a farm somewhere, and he bought it, restored it, and now he uses it. He's taking it on safari to Africa, etc. This crazy looking thing here, this is the shuttle for Cala Del Forte. There's a Monaco marina, which is actually in Italy, in Ventimiglia in Italy. This boat ferries people. Like if your yacht is docked in Cala Del Forte, then the crew and the guests can use this boat to get back and forth between Monaco. It's very fast. Only takes 20 minutes to get there. I think it does 40 knots, and yeah, that's probably why it's shaped the way it is. I have a video. We did a video at Cala Del Forte last year. We got invited down there to look at the marina. Absolutely amazing. Probably the best marina I've ever seen in terms of how it's dedicated for servicing of the yachts and of the crew and of the guests and stuff like that. I'll put a link at the top if you want to go and see that video. But this is based here, and it goes back and forth whenever it's needed. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you from what was just a couple of days ago, the pit lane of the Grand Prix. It's kind of spooky now. It's all deserted. All of the workers that are dismantling it have gone home for the day. But yeah, I'll leave it here. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've enjoyed the weird sort of anti-climax, after the Grand Prix sort of ending, showing you how Monaco kind of gets back to normal after the Grand Prix weekend, and the crazy amount of logistical work that goes into changing things for just that one weekend. All right, guys, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.